What's going on, everybody? It's Monday, so you know what time it is. It's Motivation Monday. Let's get to it. Indeed. Happy to be here, man. Happy to see another Monday, man. This week's been kind of crazy for real, only if you knew. Got a special guest today. My son Big Head, aka Shelby Johnson.
How y'all feeling?
Shout out to Heart Smiles. He's one of the
Smiles.
people that over there at Heart Smiles, and he does a couple other things with the basketball team, mentoring through basketball. Shout your link out, man.
I'm mentoring through basketball, changing lives. I mentor youth through the sport of basketball, ages 8 to 18. Heart Smiles, Heartbeat, and I'm a Healing Youth Alliance ambassador cord too.
Awesome. So you know what we do, man. Before we get started, man, we just want to get the positivity in the air, man. So we're gonna light our sage. We're gonna get that around us because we want all positive energy. And this is my sage from All Things by Grace. Shout out to all Grace. But yep, so we get all that in there. You know what I mean? All that goodness, all the positivity, wealth, prosperity, all the good things that you need to come in your life this year, man, and all the positive in your life right now. So let's just keep the positive in there as we wave and go our way. All right, man. We also got our crystal here. You know, we keep our crystal, so we ready to go. Today we want to talk about getting money and keeping it.
Thanks.
And that is the hardest thing to do, is get money and keep it. Why? Because we like to buy nice things. We like to go places. We like to go on vacation. And with this corona mess going on right now, as soon as you're able to get out and do your thing, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, let's get to it for real.
Right.
But you got to learn that getting money and keeping it takes steps. For instance, having a savings account is not financial freedom. And a lot of people think that. They think, oh, I got such and such amount and I got a couple $1,000s in the bank, that's cool. But you never know when something drastic or traumatic might happen to where so you need that money, like for a medical expense or a new car or a new home, something to that offense because something happened.
Okay.
So if you got a savings account and you thinking to yourself, oh, my savings account, I'm good because I ain't got nothing to really worry about. I always got something back. That's not a good way of thinking. You shouldn't think like that. You should always be ready to put the work in to build your credit up, because your credit is your source of financial freedom. Investing helps with that as well. That's a source of financial freedom. Right. Even though investing, you can take a lot of losses, but once you learn it and you get into it, it'll be a lot easier for you. So just know that savings is not financial freedom. Financial freedom literally bases itself around your credit score. Because if you have a credit score that's, let's say, anywhere between the 6s and the 8s or whatever, you're in that line of having financial freedom, because literally you get to a point where you're just living off credit. You understand what I'm saying? Money means nothing. We fight, steal, kill, and everything for a green dollar bill with a bunch of dead presidents on there. Half of them were slave owners. You understand? And we fight over this, and it means nothing. Yet and still, we're not taught, and I blame the school system as well, because even in the school system they don't teach you about building your credit. Am I lying? You know what I'm saying? That's a course y'all can take, and where you go, you know what I mean? And he's in college, so that goes to show you, like, these are courses that they should be giving these youth. These are courses that we as youth should have received, but we did not, especially in the black community. You know what I'm saying? We were limited from the gun bust. They didn't teach us how to have that financial freedom. And then, you know, the black community at one time with Wall Street, Roosevelt and all that, they had financial freedom. They were living. Black Wall Street was booming. And they came and they snatched that. So that ideology of I can have that again, in a sense, almost scared the youth at that time. Because how can you expect, if a youth see that occurring, and it's like, oh, I want to do that, but then they're going to come in, you're like, maybe I shouldn't do that because they're going to come in and turn it down. So we were never taught that, and they're not teaching that in these schools. And that's what they need to start teaching in these schools, is financial freedom, of how to properly build your wealth, how to properly distribute your wealth, and how to properly use your wealth for financial freedom and to build financial generational wealth for, you know, your kids and your kids' kids and things of that nature. And these are things that be taught. So getting money and keeping it is not just saying you got money in a savings account. No. Getting money and keeping it is saying, yo, it's not about the money, it's about my credit. Let me get my credit situated. You need money. Don't get it twisted. That's not what I'm saying here telling y'all. You need money. But you gotta understand that with money comes a lot of responsibility, and if you're not putting the responsibility where it needs to be, credit, investing, properties, land, that's how you build generational wealth. People got it in their head that, oh, well, I'm out here getting money and I'm doing this and I'm gonna leave all this money to my kids. That's generational wealth because you left your kids a couple $1,000.
So what you're saying, Bugatti, is when you get the money, put the money in the right areas to create revenue, and create profit.
Indeed, and that's the biggest thing. You have to know how to put your money where it should be at. Money is temporary.
Okay.
I don't care if you got $1 million laying in your bank account right now for savings. It's temporary because money fades. You understand what I'm saying? Some bank accounts you make a couple extra on the dollar per year. You understand what I'm saying? But money fades. Your credit score is something that you can build and use to your advantage. So if you got a good credit score with money, oh my gosh, you're ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna let you speak. Your turn.
I mean, yeah, I agree with what you said on that too. Also, but I'm gonna speak on a little bit more of the credit score part. Is you know, a lot of people wasn't taught. They can say that a lot of people wasn't taught that credit score, how to build credit when they was young. But so now that credit score is messed up now at the age of 24, 25, 26. You know, I know a black brother was 21 years old. He had a credit score, got his own car, own house at the age of 21. He's building his own backyard at the age of 21. You know, it's always ways you can learn about your credit score. You know, I understand you say you blame the school system, but we also can't keep blaming the school system for things that they did to us. You know, it's times where we gotta step up ourselves and actually take initiative and actually learn the things that we have to learn for ourselves.
I agree.
You know, so basically just learn about credit score, learn about getting a credit card at the age of 16, 17. Just do that yourself, you know, and also can start at home. If your parents don't know, help them know while you learning yourself. So I want to say, you know, just when even if you have a bad credit score and you have the money now, you know, you can't keep saying, I'm going to get my credit score up, I'm going to get my credit score up, and you're not paying the loans that's on your credit score. Your credit score, your credit cards, your school loans, your car loan, house loan, and then even still, your credit company might say, hey, take this loan out to pay this debt back. When you take that loan out, you still have another loan to pay back. So what I'm basically saying is, when you get your money, put it in the right areas, invest your money. Okay, and invest your money so as though if you do pass zero tomorrow, you have something in your name, but also can go down and keep creating generational wealth for you and your kids. So that's what I want to say.
Indeed, man. Like I said, it's all about creating the generational wealth for your family, just like they did back in slave times. Because a lot of those plantations was passed down to different people. I was actually reading up on George Washington yesterday. And when George Washington got married, his wife had inherited slaves. So when he got married to her, I think it was like 85 more slaves came with his wife to their plantation. You understand what I'm saying? So, but when she died, those slaves were passed down to her grandkids and things like that. So they were inheriting, even though it was people. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not using this in any discretion pertaining to wealth, but they were passing down what they considered to be their wealth. You understand what I'm saying? Which was our ancestors. So I say all that to say, in the same sense, not are we selling people or passing down people, but we have to have that same mindset to not to damage anyone, ever buy nor sell anyone, human beings for that matter. But we have to learn how to get things and put it to where it's though when I pass, you can have it. You understand what I'm saying? It's not
things
just
that
about
are
money.
valued,
Exactly. Things
not
that are
people.
valued. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I will say. You know what I mean? We got to learn how to pass all the stuff down to the people under us, that properties, land, and things of that nature. Not just money. I'm talking about property and land, things that you can use to soil the ground, because the earth is the #1 giver in the world. It's not about money, it's the earth. I mean, if you plant stuff, you get all kinds of fruits and all that other stuff. Where do you think these stuff come from that be in these grocery stores, even though we know they putting all kinds of things in them? But you feel me? So you have to, I can leave you $100,000.
Right.
And you can take that $100,000 tomorrow and go buy up a bunch of stuff. Or I can leave you a bunch of land.
And I can take that land and build stuff to create generational work for me and my kids.
And with that being said, we're going to end Motivation Monday today, man. Big Head, again, plug yourself, man. Anything new you got going on? Anything you want to tell the people, man? Let them know.
Yes. Shout out to the Franklin Law Group. I got an internship with them this summer. Big shout out to them. Shout out to Heart Smiles for making it happen. Of course, Heart Smiles is I love them. Shout out Heart Smiles, they just my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Healing Alliance as well. We just tag team with the Baltimore City Mayor Department. We had a good youth summit this Saturday that just went past. So shout out to them as well. And shout out to Shawan, that's my college I go to. See you Hawks, see you boys, Borough boys. The whole lacrosse team, cross country team, football, basketball. Shout out to everybody on there. But that's it for me. Follow me on Instagram at mbcl.md. And then follow Heartsmiles at heartsmiles.md.
All right, man. Well, you know what it is, man. www.asishouldshop.com. You can get yours now, man. Like I keep telling y'all all the time, stop playing, man. This shirt could be yours, man. We got these are the new kid shirts that we got. So yeah, if you got a kid, man, you want to get your kids, we got the new youth, man.
Tough.
Stop playing.
Tough.
Get your kid a shirt for the summer.
Get them right, because your kids
What
want
you want
to go
on
to the
there?
beach.
You want his name on there?
Yep.
You want the beach where y'all going?
Mm-hmm.
You got a logo you want to put on here. I mean,
y'all gonna have family reunions. Y'all gonna have cookouts. I might as well go in and cop up.
If you think it, we can make it. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. Before we go, we want to give out our flowers today. I want to give my flowers to my daughter, Katia. I love you, boo. I miss you. You are special. I just want to let you know you are special, even though you're almost taller than me. You're beautiful. You're black, and I just appreciate who you are. Not as just my daughter, but just a young lady. So you keep pushing. Never let nobody tell you that you can't. Never let nobody tell you that you're less than. Okay? And never take your essence, boo, and compare it to anybody else's, because you alone are queen. With that being said, I salute you.